Hello, everyone, and welcome to Around South Jersey. My special guest tonight is Newell Brannon, and Newell is president of the Millville Soccer Association and is a very, very busy man. And Newell, I know you do everything with the Soccer Association. First of all, tell us about how big the association is. How many kids?
Well, for the spring season, we have about 330 players. There's a handful of travel teams and 20 recreation teams.
Okay, so it balances out to 20 and 10 approximately.
Yeah, well, yeah. There's probably 7 travel teams, but there's more on a travel team than there are rec teams.
I see. And kids who could play league play also play travel ball.
Some do, not many. There's probably a small handful that do. Because time they might not be able to, but they're certainly able to. It's allowed. So a recreational league runs from the ages of under 5, which are 4-year-olds, to under 15, which are those that are turning 15 sometime this year. In different age groups, it's broken down into the younger ages, U5 and U6 play together, and under 7 and under 8 play together. So that's the 4 and 5-year-olds together, and then the 6 and 7-year-olds are together. And then a little bit more competitive age groups are under 9 through under 11, and then under 12 through under 15, middle school, play together.
Well, last year I know you had some phenomenal girls team, didn't you? How did they do this year?
Yeah, the Millville Pride is the under 19 travel team. They last year, they're the reigning 2021 New Jersey Youth Soccer State Cup champions. And they, this year, are competing in the State Cup again, and they've reached the finals.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So just last week, they had the semifinal game at home, and it was a great game. I was there to watch it. Love watching them play. I've watched most of them play since they were probably 5 years old. And so this weekend, Sunday, May 15th, in Jackson, New Jersey, they're going to travel for the State Cup Finals for 2022.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's Jackson, New Jersey is where Great Adventure is.
Yes, yep.
That makes it nice.
Yeah.
It really does. So, in fact, to the mayor's credit, she put together a winners parade.
Yeah, Parade of Champions.
Yeah,
yep.
Right. And they were part of that Parade of Champions.
Yes, yeah, they were honored to be there, and they had their own float, and were honored at Captain Buck Park by the mayor and the Recreation Department. And I had the honor to host it here on Quinn Broadcasting.
Yes,
with
you were the TV celebrity that
Coach Cerise.
Yeah, that parade went by quickly.
Yes, it did. Yes,
they needed to
slow down.
Slow down a little bit.
It was a bunch of champions, right? There were a bunch of fun,
go,
right?
Yeah.
Active players.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it was nice too because we had cameras down at Buck Park. So
yes.
When they came down, and the mayor emceed the program and introduced the teams and the players and all those things, which was a really nice get together, good honor for all of them. So, what's coming up that we want to talk about today? You've got some.
Well, this weekend,
events, right?
This weekend it's a packed weekend. It wasn't planned to be, but we had some rainouts last week. So this Friday is our seasonal Friday night lights. So on Friday, May 13th, tomorrow, between 6 and 9, our recreation teams play under the lights. So all the little ones from U4 to U15, 4 years old to under 15, will play. Their scheduled games from last Friday are being played this Friday.
That actually worked out well for me because I'll get to see my grandsons play. Last Friday I had Phillies tickets, so I got rained out of that. So tomorrow I can be, or Saturday rather, I can.
Well, Saturday you can see them in the morning, right? But Friday night they'll have their games from last Friday.
Right. Yeah, that's
so it's a double weekend.
I'd rather see the Friday night games,
right?
Because I'm not a morning person.
So yeah, it'll be a regular game day, but in the night. So we'll have the concession stand open, and there'll be games going on throughout the complex. We're actually hosting Cohansey travel team, boys travel team. They were looking for a field, so we're hosting them. We they asked, and we offered to use one of our fields. We also have a travel makeup game that night, so there will be games going on through the whole complex.
Wow, that's fantastic. You know, I wanted to mention to you, I just thought about something we talked about, this concession stand. People are talking about inflation and how difficult it is and all that kind of stuff. And I want to mention one of my advertisers, which is the Queen Restaurant. They're at Lincoln and Landis in Vineland. Beautiful facility. They have a special, and I've been there with friends. And, for instance, Fred Melendez and I were there recently. He got chicken parm with a pasta. You get soup or salad and vegetable with your entree, and then you get dessert. So all of this, 2 people, $25, $12.50. I had turkey, stuffing, I had a vegetable, in fact I think it was Brussels sprouts, and I had cranberry sauce, and I had rice pudding for dessert. Fred had chocolate ice cream for dessert. All of that for just $12.50 a person. A person. Now, of course, you have to have 2 of them. You have to get 2 for $25, so you better have a friend or a relative that you can take with you. But 2 for $25 with tax, folks, it's less than $30. You talk about inflation. Hey, I had turkey stuffing. It was like Thanksgiving for me, and it was only $12.50. And I got a salad. I had salad. Fred got soup, but you get soup or salad, and you get some delicious meals. And this is all the time. This is 7 days a week. You can do takeout if you'd like. So if you want to, say to the family, hey, let's get takeout, and you can see, some of the great things that are on their menu. And in fact, this is the menu. Thank you, George. The 2 for $25 menu includes soup or salad, pudding or ice cream, chicken parm, Italian-style meatloaf, baked homemade lasagna. Charlie Flickinger had lasagna the other night. Baked ziti parm, eggplant parm, spaghetti. You got grilled marinated chicken, which I had the other night, stuffed shells with Parmesan, sauteed calf's liver. And this was funny. I said to Yilmaz last night, the owner, I said, do you sell many of them? Oh, my God, Jim, they sell off the shelves. And, people love that, especially older people seem to really gotten into that. I know at Jim's Lunch, they used to have that. That wasn't one of my cup of teas. But
right, mine
then
either.
sauteed chicken scampi with your choice of pasta complete. And my favorite, the roast turkey, bread, stuffing, cranberry sauce, and a vegetable. And you can choose, whatever the soup of the day is, or you could upgrade for the crab bisque or the French onion soup as well. But that's 2 for $25. They're open 7 days a week, 6:30 a.m. till 10 p.m. You want to go in and start having a dinner early, maybe like 10 or 12 or 2 or whatever. But I usually get there after I do my show, so it's like around 7:15 when we do the 6 o'clock show. So the food is fantastic and the prices are great. Now, that said, Jim, what took you from the soccer league to this? The soccer league prices are great. No, you guys give away the product. It's fabulous.
Yeah,
really
everybody says that we should raise prices, but we try not to. It's a concession stand. It's not a fancy restaurant, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So we try to make it affordable and we try to make it convenient. So when the players and the parents show up there for a game or after a game, they can come over and get a snack or lunch, and it's inexpensive.
Yeah, it really is. They took my grandchildren.
Prices have gone up, but just a little bit, and it's been over time.
What's a hot dog now?
$1.50.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I took my grandkids.
Might be $2 now. I'm sorry.
And when I got it was $1.50. So I got 3 hot dogs. That was $4.50, and the beverage was $1 something.
$1.50 for a bottle. Yeah.
Okay, so that was the
water's $1.
Yeah, it wasn't much more than $10 for 3 hot dogs and beverage and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's not expensive at all. It's very, very inexpensive.
Well, and I want to thank the people, that volunteer. You have so many wonderful volunteers that are at the concession stand and coaching. I mean, you got some great people coaching, men and women both.
It's a cliche, but we can't do it without them.
Yeah.
Our volunteers are what runs the whole place. Everybody's volunteer. There's nobody that's paid there. No coaches, no board members, no concession stand worker are paid like a regular job. Everybody's a volunteer, and they're doing it on their own time. We schedule parents when teams are responsible for covering the concession stand. We schedule it before or after their games, so they don't have to. Miss watching their kids play, or have to come back on a day off. I know other sports might have to do that because they only have 1 or 2 fields, but where we have multiple games going on at the same time, it makes it easier that we can just schedule somebody that's not playing right now, and they might be playing in an hour, so the parents can come in and cover that and volunteer for that hour. And then when their time's done, they can go watch their game or go home because they might have had the first game.
Right, gotcha. How many games will be played tomorrow night?
So there'll be 6 in the U5 age group. I'm sorry, 3 games or 6 teams, and 3 games in the U7-8 age group, 2 in the U9, U11, and 2 in the U12 through U15. And then the Cohansey game and 1 of our Millville travel game. So there'll be
16 games or so.
Yeah, going on in 3 hours.
Wow. And I'll tell you, what a beautiful complex. I mean, well, you see some of it behind us, and it's just the fields. And I know Bill Stadnick works hard on those fields, doesn't he?
When I left to come here, he was cutting grass.
See?
And then he's coaching right now.
Tell you what, there's a guy who used to work for me.
Yeah.
He did. What a wonderful – he's a Millville
a great
police
guy.
sergeant, I believe, now in the police department. But what a wonderful man. And I was talking to him out there, and I know you do a lot. I thought the city did these things, and Bill goes, no, we do them, the volunteers that are there. And I was president of Millville American Little League, and I was blessed there to have great volunteers. And, we had 12 teams, 6 Little League and 6 Farm League teams when I was doing that. So there's quite a few teams there at that time, but you got a lot of teams, a lot of players, a lot of kids. Now, is the fall more popular than the spring?
It used to be. It used to be probably twice as busy or as many players.
Right.
It's now evened out, but it's not always the same players.
I see.
So it's about the same number each season. There's some that play only spring. There's some that play only fall. And then there's some that play both seasons all the time. So the numbers have evened out over the last 4 or 5 years. COVID obviously threw a little ripple on everything.
Yeah, it sure did.
But our numbers have come back up to where we were pre-COVID, and maybe even a little bit more, especially in our younger age groups. So that's even better because if that trend continues, we will have that. I don't want to say it, but ride that wave. So they'll move on to the middle age groups and the older age groups, and hopefully that will continue with the younger age groups to have a higher number.
Yeah, that's what we want to see. It's interesting. I know when I was managing Little League Baseball, we weren't competing, and then the latter years I was in it, soccer went to spring and fall.
Right.
The one time it was just fall, and then it went pretty much spring and fall both, which is what's going on now. And it's interesting because soccer is growing very, very well. I don't know if baseball is growing. Millville National Little League went out of business.
Yeah,
and,
unfortunately.
Yeah, and Millville American, where I was involved and managed and was president, I don't know how many teams they have. In fact, I'll have to try to find somebody that's over there to get them on the show and find out how they're doing, with getting
I can send them your way.
Okay, I appreciate that. That would be nice. And, we're so fortunate to have, and I will tell you the thing that's very, very fortunate in Millville is we've got a great midget football league feeder program. We've got a great soccer feeder program, and we have a really good baseball feeder program. What we've never had has been a basketball feeder program. Now, I say that. The Police Athletic League is doing an excellent effort to bring that up. And you saw this year Millville had a really good basketball program. Mike Latour did a fantastic job. Mike Jones had done it before him. And the kids had some real good games. They finished, and they played in some of the quarterfinals and things of that nature as well. So we're talking with Noel Brannon, who's president of the Millville Soccer Association. Tomorrow night, there's lots and lots of games. I will be there. I've got 2 grandchildren playing in 2 different teams, so I will certainly be there, and I hope you'll come out. It should be a nice night. like last Friday where we had all the monsoon and all that rain. So anyway, we'll be back to talk more about the Millville Youth Soccer Association right after these messages.
I'm Brian Lankin, third-generation business owner, Al Shoes. Been at the same location since 1961, our 61st year. We specialize in work boots, work shoes, orthopedic shoes, baby walking shoes, and school shoes. We go up to a men's 17 and a woman's 13. It's $5 off, $25, and $10 off $100 if you mention that you've seen this.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
At Complete Care, we are patients serving patients. I choose to bring myself and my children to Complete Care because we are a one-stop shop. We use dental, we use medical. I feel as though the quality of care here is great. I love working here. I feel great to work at a place that serves the community. There's a lot of people in need. To me, patients serving patients means we've been in your shoes. We know what great care means to us, and we want to provide that for you.
Look at those handsome kids, huh? Beautiful young ladies, handsome guys, and they're all having fun. They're out there playing youth soccer and getting better at it each year. And I know I'm so proud of my youngest. He's got energy. He had 4 goals the last match, and my oldest grandson is a goalie, so he's pretty tall, so it gives him something to do and something he's enjoying. And they play both fall and spring as well. They really enjoy soccer, and a lot of people do, and it's a good opportunity. What's nice too is you have the girls play, the boys play. When they're certain ages, they play co-ed up until what, 8, 9?
Well, it depends. So the recreation is all co-ed.
Okay.
So our recreation division is co-ed, all the way through, from under 5 to under 15.
Okay.
But travel is supposed to be gender specific. So the odd thing is girls can play on girls or boys team. So a boys travel team could have girls on it.
Oh, okay.
But a girls travel team cannot have boys on it. Okay.
Well, I don't know if I want to even go there.
There's 2 different leagues. Yeah. So one league has an open rule and one has a specific rule.
Yeah. You know, one of my very favorite people in the world is Rocky Massaro. And Rocky just said that Newell does a great job for our youth, which you certainly do, Newell. And he thanked me for keeping our youth going.
So I learned some of that from him. He was
my
my cousin, my best man in my wedding.
Wow.
And, so I spent a lot of my preteen and teen years with him.
So did you go to Bacon School and learn?
I did not go to Bacon School, but I went to Bacon School on my own. I didn't go as a student.
Right.
But yeah, I was always there, and summer floor hockey was a big deal in my teens.
Yeah,
we were there all the time, every day, every summer.
And Rocky was the man who taught floor hockey.
Yep, he ran the whole thing.
Yeah, he was the Carl Carl, that was the midget football, like Rocky was that to the Carl Frank.
Frank, yep.
Yeah,
yep.
Rocky was to the field, or the
floor hockey.
Floor hockey, rather,
yep.
what Carl Frank was to midget football. And midget football program is doing very well, and the baseball program seems to be moving along pretty well. Speaking of baseball, folks, remember, you can call 856-327-6400 for the Phillies Pride Night. The Phillies play the Los Angeles Angels. The greatest baseball player in America, Mike Trout, from Millville, is playing that night for the Angels. And $4 from each ticket goes to the Levoy. It's a donation from the Phillies. So let's get 1,000 or so people. I know Newell went 8 years ago, whenever it was here before, and we had 5,000 people that bought tickets. They're $26 a piece, and $4 goes back to the Levoy Theater. And you have upper deck seats right behind home plate, and you'll see a lot of your friends there. So pick up the phone now, and they're there. Even if they aren't there, leave a message for them, or stop. Or you can go online to phillies.com/Millville Night, and you can order them yourself directly, use your credit card, whatever you want to do, and they'll take good care of you for that. So make sure June 3rd is the night. If you can go, please come out and support Mike Trout. Show him how the Millville people and the people of Cumberland County really love Mike Trout. He is the best baseball player in America. And I remember when he came out of the draft, and came out of high school and he went into the draft, people were saying, oh, man, he's going to be the next Mickey Mantle. And I'm thinking, sure he is. Or Willie Mays. Or, no, he's better than them. It's like, wow, it's unreal. Yeah. You look at his stats, they're off the chart. He had 2 home runs, not last night, the night before. Last night he sat out. It might have been something involving health that he had sat out for. But and even when he got hit, it worried me, Knowles. He got hit in the hand.
Yep.
Thought, oh, my God, please don't have it break, because then he couldn't play. Nobody's going to go to that game because everybody's going to see the Phillies. You and I go see the Phillies, but everybody's going to come to that game to see Mike Trout play. So, we'll be there. Noel in his seats, me in my seats, and we're looking forward to cheering Mike on. Just a super young man. He really is. And this is a cute story. He has a son named Beckham. And Beckham's middle name is Aaron. And, of course, his last name is Trout. So his initials are B-A-T, Bat. So that's what I'm sure they'll call him, is Bat. But the interesting story, Jeff was on with me the other night, and they talked about his grandpop was called Bat Trout. He was such a great hitter back in the 40s or 50s or whatever it was. Okay. He actually was called the nickname Bat Trout. So the little boy's going after grandpop's name. He'll be Bat Trout, and I'm sure he'll be a good athlete as well. But better yet, he's going to be a great kid, because his mother Jessica's a sweetheart, and his dad's one of the nicest people you'd meet in your life. You'd never know the guy's a superstar. He's just down to earth, easygoing, and he gets some criticism because he's not flamboyant and flashy, right, like some of these guys are. You know what? I'd rather have him be himself. Nice man. And Jeff said to me, which he does, he said, Jim, every game he goes over to the kids and signs autographs, wherever it is, Philly, anywhere he's there. He feels that's his obligation to give back to the kids, and people really, truly love him. But as we know, Rocky loves you, so we got to talk more about the Millville Youth Soccer Association. Tell us about the big event, the fun, is it?
Well, there's a couple things coming up. One thing that's going on all this season, we just really got our tickets out recently, but our fundraiser for the spring season is a cooler of cheer. So it's we're raffling off a Yeti Tundra 45. It was one of the larger ones.
Wow.
And
holy cow.
And a lot of adult beverages. So it's a cooler of cheer. It's like a basket of cheer, but in a big cooler. It's $650 worth of stuff. But anybody that buys for Yetis knows that a third of that cost is the Yeti. So that's the $300 worth of that goes towards the cooler. But we have everything from mics to beer to some local Glasstown brewery beer, but to other liquor like, some tequila and rum and some wine and a little bit of whiskey in there. And some Yeti can holders and bottle holders. But our raffle is going on the rest of the season. There's only 2 more weeks left, but so you can buy a ticket from any player, any recreation player, and some travel players have them. But you can also come to the concession stand on any game day, and they're available for purchase there. If you are listening or watching and you haven't picked up your tickets yet, they're also available at the concession stand for the players and parents that has already purchased them through the fundraiser. But they're all available. You saw the whole thing, but we have packs of tickets always available. And the drawing will be held on our last day of the regular season, which is May 21st, Saturday at 1 p.m. Going into that, Saturday, May 21st, is our Family Fun Day. That kicks off or celebrates the end of our season. And we do that at the end of every spring season. This season is our 10th, -1 for COVID. And we're going to have a few extra things, a little bit more than we've had before. Obviously, we'll have some food. We'll have some fun games going on, not just the soccer games, but some other related games, some family fun games that we'll do. But we're also, a couple coaches are having a skills challenge. So anybody that wants to come out and practice some of their skills, shooting skills, dribbling skills, control, and relays, the coaches will have a little competition there, and we're going to give away some prizes for that and some trophies for those that do the best in their age groups. They'll also get some credit for the concession stand as well.
Wow.
So that'll be able to be used there. The Philadelphia Union will be there.
I followed them in last year.
Yeah.
They came with a Subaru.
Yes.
Yeah, it was cool. I go, wow, the Philadelphia Union is right in front of me.
Yep. So some of their staff members will be there, and they'll set up some games too. They'll probably have a mini game, a mini field they'll set up with some inflatables and maybe some target practices. They'll set up their own. They'll have their own area. We plan to have the police department there and the fire department. Maybe the EMS squad will be there as well. The Kona ice truck will be there, and we'll have our raffle drawing. And the other addition that we'll have this season too is we're going to have a vendor fair. So there'll be vendors there, craft and vendors, and we're still taking applications for that. So they're available on our website or our Facebook page. Our website is millvillesoccer.com. Or you can go to our Facebook page, it's facebook.com/millvillesoccer. And there's an application on there. It's just simply so we know who's there, what products you're selling, so we don't have duplications of services. Yeah. And a contact number. So in case something changes or comes up, we can contact somebody. It is $15 for the vendors to be there, but obviously, we need to. We're trying to make some, a little bit fundraiser out of it.
I hope the vendors make more than $15. So
yeah, absolutely. So and then we're also going to have a basket auction as well. So right before our drawing for our main fundraiser for the season, we'll have a few baskets to draw from. And some of them will be contributed by our vendors, and some that we'll have as well. We are season ticket holders for the Philadelphia Union, so we always raffle off some tickets for the games. We'll have some other packages in there, like free registrations, some T-shirts or a hoodie, and concession stand credits as well. Always got to put that in there.
Well, that's my favorite concession stand. It's yours,
so make sure you, if you know somebody that's a vendor or has some crafts that want to sell some goods, go to our website or Facebook page and fill out the application, send it in so we can get your spot reserved. And if you just like there's things you can come out and visit. It's not just for soccer members or players. It's for everybody. The whole community can come out. Maybe you're not sure if you like soccer. You can come out and kick around the ball, figure it out. There'll be some fun games going on, some pickup games, or you can try your some of the skills challenges as well, and maybe you'll do well, and you can sign up for soccer in the fall.
That'd be nice,
and it'll helps you out. Or at the very least, have a great day, have a fun day.
Yeah,
that's what it's all about.
Yeah, boy, what I love going out to the field is seeing the kids play. It's their smiles on their face, and you know what's neat? I love at the end. We set up the tent thing. We put our hands up, and the kids
the little
run
ones
through.
love that.
Yeah, that's just really neat to see their smiles, and they are just having a ball, and that's what it's all about. And then, of course, I personally enjoy seeing moms and dads and grandmoms and grandpops that I hadn't seen since youth sports when my middle children that are now 40 and 37, when they were playing. So I mean, it's been a while that I've had that chance, but I've seen some great friends, and it's wonderful to be there. And again, it's like family. You can come and socialize and enjoy your opportunities that are there for you. And believe me, the concession stand is great. The prices are super, and it's lots of good things. Oh, do you remember Carl Churkin, by any chance?
No, I don't believe I do.
Well, it's interesting. My cousin, in fact, congratulations to my cousin Rob Curley, who has just been promoted to president of TD Bank. So, Rob, I'm so proud of you, and I really can't tell you what a great job you've done to earn that right. He's now the president of TD Bank for the entire Delaware Valley, for part of all Pennsylvania, Delaware, I think even up in North Jersey. He's got a big region that's his, and I'm very happy for him. I'm trying to think of the reason why I was talking about him to lead into something, but I've lost that for the moment. But well, no, you know what? They're one of your sponsors.
Yes,
that's
absolutely.
I wanted to mention. That's where the tie-in came in, and you see, a lot of the sponsors that are there, community people, and of course TD Bank giving back to the community as one of the sponsors for the Soccer Association.
Yes, they've been a long-time sponsor. It dates back when they were Commerce Bank. So,
well, it's funny. My cousin Rob worked for Commerce Bank, and then it moved up to TD, and is all the way at the top of this. Oh, anyway, it was Carl Churkin. Anybody know Carl Churkin? Anybody remember who he was? My cousin Rob, that's where it now comes together. He invites me to a big event for the business people that do business with TD Bank. We haven't had the last couple of years because of COVID, but about 3 years ago, and even 3 and 4 or 5 years ago, I end up seeing Carl Churkin. Well, a lot of you don't remember him, but I do. Carl was the sports director for Channel 29 back about maybe 15 years, 20 years ago.
Okay.
But the tie-in is Carl Churkin is one of the officials with the union. I don't know if he's a public relations director or whatever, but he's with the union. So when I see him, we talk about soccer and talk about his career and all those things. So it's nice to run into him. Like I said, I haven't seen him in a couple of years because of COVID. They did away with the get-together, but hopefully, I think they got one coming up pretty soon now as well. But maybe he'll come down. Of course, nobody knows him, so it doesn't matter. Poor Carl. I know what it is, Carl. I'm a has-been, too. Nobody knows me in the political realm anymore. But he was a good guy and does it. And has been with the union for quite a long time. I think since he left Channel 29. So that's probably 15, 20 years, something like that. Anyway, we'll be back to talk more about all the great festivities that are going on at the Millville Soccer Association, 1400 McCafferty Boulevard. We'll talk about that McCafferty guy, too, when we come back right after these messages. I'm Jim Quinn. Folks, our own Mike Trout's going to be at Citizens Bank Park June 3rd. It is at 7:05. These seats are super. They're between first base and third base. If you went last time, you know they're the upper deck between first and third. You'll be able to see Mike come up.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
I chose DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home because they treated me with respect and compassion. I couldn't have gone through all this if I didn't have DeMarco Luisi by my side. They did everything that they could to make me happy, and that was important to me and my kids.
At the DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home, we're here for you and your family in your time of need.
I'm Brian Lankin, third-generation business owner. Al's Shoes, been at the same location since 1961, our 61st year. We specialize in work boots, work shoes, orthopedic shoes, baby walking shoes, and school shoes. We go up to a men's 17 and a woman's 13. It's $5 off, 25, and 10 off 100 if you mention that you've seen this.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
At Complete Care, we are patients serving patients. I choose to bring myself and my children to Complete Care because we are a one-stop shop. We use dental, we use medical. I feel as though the quality of care here is great. I love working here. I feel great to work at a place that serves the community. There's a lot of people in need. To me, patients serving patients means we've been in your shoes. We know what great care means to us, and we want to provide that for you.
And before we start talking again about the Millville Soccer Association, I want Newell to do a commercial. Tell everybody where we were tonight, Newell.
We had at the New Jersey Motorsports Park.
Finish Line
Pub. Yep.
And tell them what you had.
I had chicken Alfredo with a huge salad.
Yes, it was.
With the house dressing. I probably could have had that as a meal. Yes, I did eat a salad. But more importantly, I had a dessert. So it was a slice of cheesecake with strawberry sauce on it. Yep. For only $16.
Yeah. And folks, this is something, great. Thursdays, I was talking to Brad Scott on the way in, and Thursday nights is this special that Newell's talking about. Last week it was some other, or the last time I was there, it was a chicken something. But again, it's super salad, and honest to God, the salad was gigantic. It really was. And Newell and I looked at it, whoa. And then you get, your platter, his chicken Alfredo or chicken, whatever it was that he had, with chicken over the pasta. And then, of course, the best part is you get cheesecake with strawberries on top of that as well. And it's all just $16. That's it, $16. Most places you go, the cheesecake's going to be $5 or $6. So, right. And as Newell mentioned, the salad was phenomenal. Now, you can get soup if you don't want the salad. But, again, a great value, especially in tough times. I know things are tough. Inflation is horrible. But we talk about the Queen, 2 for $25, and the New Jersey Motorsports Park. Also, for Cumberland County residents, you get a 10% discount on the other menu items. And they also have special drink values, like half price on different beers and all that. That's for you, for people from Cumberland County. And I know a lot of people don't, well, how do you get there? It's all you got to do is go out to the Motorsports Park entrance. You drive up, some handsome fella or some beautiful lady will stand there in the security booth. You just say, I'm going to go eat at the Finish Line Pub. Okay, have a nice evening. That's all you have to do. The Finish Line Pub is to your right as you go in. And it is a beautiful place. It seats 90 people. They've got a bar. They've got the high tops. They've got the regular tables that Newell and I like to sit at. And they got everything there for you. and 10% discount on the regular, which now what I got to tell you, I get every time just about. This is fabulous. It is a marinated salmon, and it is done with all kind of fabulous vegetables in the salad. I love it. The dressing is great. My product with the salmon and everything else was $14. Now I got 10% off, so $1.40 off of that. But I mean, it's just fantastic food. I'm telling you, I go there for the Chamber of Commerce lunches. They are fantastic. And I've gone there for the 1975 class reunion where they were honored into the Hall of Fame. Great dinner, great luncheon. I had an event I went to for a fundraiser. We had a fabulous time. Great dinners. Antonio, the chef, is amazing. And I'll tell you truthfully, it is absolutely one of the very best restaurants in the city of Millville, because Andreas and Winfield's are gone. But this place has quality food, affordable prices. I've had ravioli, lobster ravioli. They were talking about going to be running maybe a prime rib special, things like that. But Antonio is one of the best chefs I've seen. His food is fabulous. He's been there for many years. He does a great job. So trust me, get out there. And you can see I like to eat. Noel does too. So we can tell you where the places are to eat. Right?
And I still had enough to bring home some too.
Yeah,
so.
well, I have 2 boxes in the back of my vehicle as well. So, I mean, it's great portions, good food. It really and truly is. And it's a hidden gem. I know people, well, how do you get there? Just go out Dividing Creek Road, and you'll see the entrance. Just drive in. You go up to the little security booth there. Tell them I'm going to go have dinner at Finish Line Pub. They'll say, hey, have a wonderful meal. And then on the way out, they wave to you, and that's all you have to do. And it's really a great place to go. But speaking of great places, before we mention anything, the Boulevard was named after one of the nicest men I ever worked with in the city of Millville when I was the mayor. Actually, was Bill McCafferty. What a great guy. And you know who Arlene, his wife's a sweetheart. They just, and great family, the whole McCafferty family. So the city honored Bill McCafferty after he passed and named the boulevard McCafferty Boulevard. And so when you see that, I think of this guy who was always smiling, always happy, just a wonderful, wonderful person. And he was involved in sports also as a coach when he was, young and out there with his kids and working, coaching, and stuff like that. So how long have you been involved with the soccer league? Since the girls were 5?
So my oldest daughter, we didn't play soccer. I didn't play soccer. I knew Don Daigle and a few others.
Yeah, well, there's Mr. Soccer.
Yeah, right. When I was in school, I knew they played and they did it well, and we had some good teams. We had good boys and girls teams, and that was pretty much my exposure to soccer. Maybe knew Pele when I was little and followed him on the news, but that was it. So when my daughter started playing other sports and playing, recreational leagues, and she came home one day and said, I want to play soccer, and we didn't know how. But we were a little too late for that season. We were actually put on a waiting list, and we never got called because they were full.
Well, you should have been a president then.
Well, just give us some time because it didn't take long. The following year, so we got called and said registration was open. Come on down and do it. So we signed her up. She was 8 or playing under 8 at the time. And, I've been attached to the league since then. So in a nutshell, a couple years later, she got on a travel team. The coach that was her recreation team mentioned about maybe starting it. I started asking some questions. How do you do this? What's this mean? Because I didn't know the sport at all. He basically said, here's the clipboard. You want to help? And then the following year, he says, okay, I'm done. The team's yours.
Oh, gee.
And I'm like, what now? So I started going to some of the board meetings and following what's going on, how the league works. And they said, you're here all the time. Do you want to be on the board? I said, sure. What does it have to do? And nothing more than you're already doing because you're already coming to the meetings. So I was there, and then I just basically moved my way up and was voted in as president a couple years ago. So my daughter's 28 now, so I've been there for 20 years. 21. This is my 21st year now. So,
wow.
Yeah, it's been fun. I mean, I love it. I wish that could be my full-time job. I absolutely wish that was my job.
Well, how many
I've
more
said
years
that
you
one
got to
time.
retire before it can be?
A couple,
Okay.
a few, but that's when I'm eligible. That doesn't mean I'm able to, because I still need an income, right? So
Yeah, we got you the big pension, though.
yeah, not much. Speaking of work, I got to say hi to the people that are watching at work. I'm assuming Chuck is there, but I know Brian and Mike Mooneyham, Brian Moreno, and my daughter. Speaking of her, Caitlin Hatfield is working.
The McCoys there too.
No.
McCoys.
But so hi to you guys and everybody else that I work with. We got a great group.
I want to say thank you to all of them and anybody else that's been there, because I had to use 911 a few weeks or months ago, and fortunately it wasn't anything serious, but that great service. And Noel, you were there, weren't you, when they called mine in?
Yeah. I just didn't know it was for you.
Yeah, that's it. I should have said, hey, tell Noel I said hello.
But you were a little not able to at that point.
Yeah, at that point in time, that's true. I passed out, but came back quickly, and everything worked out well. And I thank everybody from 911 to the EMS to Rob Smith. You know Rob?
Yeah.
In fact, I was well awake by then. I had passed out briefly when I got into the EMS. Rob was there taking my vitals and all. And I remember doing Rob's wedding, so we were talking about that.
Oh, okay.
Great guy. In fact, he has a son who works at Main Street Market. A great kid as well. And he's good family. His former wife's a wonderful lady as well. I see her every so often, and she was in EMS as well. There's something special about the 911, the EMS people. You got to have something that's a little more special than the average person. To your credit,
they've all called us a little special at times. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I taught special ed. I know I shouldn't use.
It is definitely. We've all said that. It's you do need something that's in you that gives you that drive and that ability and want to do that. The old saying is that you want to help people.
Yeah.
And that's what it started all. That was the very first thing I said when I was 16 when I started.
With the squad? With
the rescue squad, yep. And they said, why do you want to? And because I want to help people. I want to volunteer. And that was the answer all the time, but that was really the reason. It wasn't just made up. It was the actual reason. But yeah, we were all a great group. Some of our former members of the Millville Rescue Squad still meet.
Oh, that's nice.
Every so often, at least yearly or so.
Did you ever see John Redden?
Yeah. Yes.
I love John.
And so we get together, and every couple of years we have a picnic, and we're planning on one hopefully soon. We've been doing that especially since the actual Millville Rescue Squad became no longer.
Right.
It's hard for me to say.
Yeah, I know. It's sad, but it is what it is. I want to mention, too, that Rocky said he can't wait to see you on May 31st to help me bring back sight and sound out of the one-time retirement for Dan Richter on his hidden opponent clinic on Millville Athletics at Lakeside supporting mental health, the mental health programs. That's a really good thing. And if you get a chance, too, Superintendent Tony Trongone spoke at the Chamber of Commerce luncheon about some of that too, the mental health and all the things that are going on that they're doing. And an exciting program he mentioned was redoing the football field to make it a turf field like Richton had one done 12 years ago. Vineland had one done 5 years ago. And he wants to build a field house and put all kind of nice amenities in. And I'll tell you what, I just think he is an amazing man, and he's finding the money. He's working. He's going to work on some fundraisers and things like that. But our kids deserve it, and it'll be wonderful to have that there as well. So with lots of good things coming up, Noel, and nothing more exciting than it's the 21st, right? Your Saturday event.
Yep, our Family Fun Day, and the end of our spring season and our fundraiser drawing. So hopefully we have a good turnout there. Some other things that are coming up, we'll have some of the information for our fall 2022 season registration at Family Fun Day, but that registration opens up on June 1st. So the season ends on the 21st, and
10 days later, you're opening another one.
We're a new season. We just start doing planning for the new season. So we'll have information on Family Fun Day, but definitely on June 1st, registration will open. So if you want to sign up, you'll get an early bird discount. And anybody that missed the spring season, they can sign up right away and get a discount. Some other things that are coming up, we spoke about the Philadelphia Union earlier. We have tickets to that, to every Philadelphia Union home game.
Wow.
So there's 17 games that we have. They've played a few already. They play from March to October in the regular season.
Gotcha.
So we've had a couple already. This weekend's is sold. So, but there'll be more, I believe. Actually, the next week they have a midweek game. So if you're interested in that, contact me or send a message through the Facebook page, and somebody will contact you. We have 4 tickets to every home game. They're aisle seats.
Wow. And
in section 125. So it's in the middle of one of the halves.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
It's not midfield, but it's just off of midfield. It's really great seats. We go, my family, we try to go there at least 1 or 2 times a year.
That's nice.
And they're great seats, and they're at a nice level that you can see everything. And it's a nice stadium anyway, so it's every seat. It's a good seat there. And we sell them at a reduced price, so it's not a fundraiser. We get those tickets and then resell them at only $25 a ticket.
Oh, that's great.
So most games are anywhere between $38 to $42 a game.
Right.
So we're not getting that price back. We're not getting that cost back. So it's at a reduced price.
That's nice.
So you can't get them any cheaper.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Because even if you're buying somebody else's, they're probably going to be at face value or more.
Right.
So they're available. And then also on Saturday, July 30th, the Philadelphia Union plays the Houston Dynamo. That will be Millville soccer night at the Philadelphia Union Stadium. So we have a large group going, and so we are also selling those tickets at only $25 each.
Wow.
So we'll have a large group, at least 50 of us, not your Millville Trout or Mike Trout Millville night level, but nice, we do have at least 50, maybe 100 that'll be going. But there will be 14 kids picked out of that group, 14 of our players that will be picked out of that group that will get to sit on the players' benches pregame and watch the warm-ups. And sometimes they interact with the players. They'll come and talk to them and ask them to hold their water and things like that. Neat. So they might even talk about the game and whatever, but it's different every time. So, but it's only $25 a ticket for that group night.
That's nice. So that's 4 people could go, a whole family for $100 instead of almost 200, or whatever maybe. Yeah, it could just for tickets could be 200. And then sometimes we meet together beforehand. Sometimes there's people are coming from different directions and different times, but we might meet in the parking lot and hang out and do some. Bring those hot dogs from your concession stand. Yeah, good prices.
True. And then one other thing that's coming up, just put it out there. Coming in the fall, we will be having a large fundraiser where we'll be having a designer bag bingo at the Millville Oaks.
Yeah, they're very popular.
They are. So popular that we had one sort of tentatively scheduled for the spring, but there was a couple other events that were coming up that were near it that we felt that there was going to be a competition with that, so we changed our date so that it was not around those events. So now ours, it'll be coming in the fall. I mean, the date's already picked, but I'm not going to put it out there until we get everything in order, but just keep an eye out for it because it will be coming up soon.
All kind of great things happening at the Millville Soccer Association. And, if you haven't had your child, maybe they're 5, 6, whatever, it's a great organization, and you can start June 1st doing the registration for the fall semester, the fall season, rather. Yep. Which would start, when does that start, September?
That will start the first Saturday after Labor Day.
Okay.
So without looking at a calendar, I'm not sure the date, but 11th or 12th, something like that.
Mm-hmm. And it's wonderful. You meet a lot of great people. The kids have a ball. They really have a ball. And I've seen especially the little ones. My 5-year-old grandson, who's now 7, when he started a couple years ago, he's still having a great time. And my 8-year-old grandson has developed into becoming a goalie and enjoys that. He's on the travel team, and they went to Audubon, I think, last week on Sunday, if I remember, for the game. And again, it gives them that opportunity to work their way up, to play higher level each time, and eventually, hopefully, be a big contributor and one of the stars for the Millville soccer team.
The
high school soccer team. And that's boys and girls. And I want to mention something. Somebody asked me recently about why Quinn Broadcasting doesn't do girls softball. We've not done girls soccer. We haven't done boys soccer in a long, long time. There was a DeMort fellow, Mr. DeMort. He went out and he got advertisers, and we did the boys soccer that year. That's the problem, folks. We have the equipment, we have the talent to go do those, but it costs us money. My people have to be paid, most of them anyway, have to be paid, and we have overhead costs and things like that. So Millville football sells really, really well, always has. Millville basketball, fair. Millville baseball just about makes it there as well. But I would love to do Millville girls softball. But tell me somebody that will sponsor it. I'll go see them. We'll put them on. And I give Tony Trongone a lot of credit. I had never, ever done girls field hockey. Again, not that I didn't love Claudia McCarthy, but no one says, hey, Jim, would you go videotape that or put it on live and we'll pay for it? That never, ever happened. But in fact, I don't know if this even did happen. I think I probably ate the cost on this one. But Tony Trongone, who volunteers his services, is a superintendent and a super guy, said to me one day, I want to do field hockey. It's Claudia's 50th year, et cetera, et cetera. So it was funny because he goes, well, we'll do it at Wheaton Field. And somebody said, Claudia will not do field hockey at Wheaton Field. It's not cut out to be a field hockey field. So anyway, to make a long story short, we ended up doing it at Gatone Stadium on the artificial turf. It was a great game. Millville not only won, but Claudia's granddaughter scored the all-time leading goal for Millville girls soccer for a career. She's the top career scorer, and we were able to take that, watch it on television. We did the game, and her granddaughter went over and handed it to grandmom. So that's something Claudia will always have. So what I'm asking is, if you want to be a sponsor and you want these, call me. We'll work it out. It's not that expensive, but we have to have some money in order to do that. I almost run a nonprofit, but I can't quite get away with that. It seems like some weeks we don't make any profit, but we do love doing the games, and we do the baseball, we do the basketball, we do the football, but we would love to do soccer, boys and girls. We really would. Anything we can do, if we can, if you can help us find somebody that will help finance doing the games, we'd be more than happy to do it. I know we'd love to come out to your place sometime.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And everybody. Everybody loves you. Yep, that's right. And you were right. I got to tell you, when I was running for city commission, I asked 35 people to run with me, and they all turned me down. And this one I asked. He goes, Jim, you don't want me running with you. I said, why not? He says, because I'm going to beat you. And he would have. Yes, you
said that. I did not say that.
I thought you would have beaten me. Yes, I didn't do well this time, and I think about it, you would have been a great contributor. But I know with your job, you had 12-hour shifts and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And the nice thing is, for the city of Millville's credit, you've got a lovely young lady who was the mayor, the first woman mayor ever in the history of the city of Millville, and that is great. Congratulations to Lisa Orndorff. It couldn't have happened to a nicer person, and she's put together some really good programs. And a lady who's, has children and what she went through with her daughter and all those things. It's a great story there, and Lisa does a really good job. But I still think if you had run, you definitely would have beaten me. I don't know whether you'd have beaten her, but you'd have beaten me, because you know why? People love Newell Brannon because he donates his time. He's there. He cares about the kids and gives back, even at church, wherever it is. You're one of the doers, from starting at 16, being the on the rescue squad,
yes,
and all those years, buddy. You are one of the best, and I thank you for being a contributor to do what you do here with the Millville Soccer Association, and your contribution to the County of Cumberland as a 911 dispatcher. You do a lot that you do, and you do it well, and you've got a couple wonderful daughters too.
Yes.
You're very proud of, I'm sure, as well. So anyway, that's just about wraps us up, my friend. I will see you tomorrow night. Well,
yes.
This show will be playing past Friday night, so we're going to let you know. This will go right up to the 21st for the big celebration there as well.
Family Fun Day.
Family Fun Day. That's it. So anyway, come on out tomorrow night, folks, if you can. It starts at 6 o'clock and all kind of games and activities. And save your money. Bring it out to the concession stand. You can feed the whole family for $20. And that's
or less.
Yes, probably less, to be honest with you. Anyway, and I want to welcome Joseph Filler, who is one of our new interns, to be with us tonight. I thank him for coming over, and George Cuccia, of course, for producing this show. Thanks for joining us here on Around South Jersey. We'll see you again Monday night, 6 o'clock, I believe, is the show, and it's another great program put on by First Assembly of God Church that they're going to be doing a program called the Hope Program. We'll be talking about that. So thanks again for joining us. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
This has been a QBC television production, in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22, and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC, programming that serves the South Jersey market.